He's my favourite player in the AFL. He's a running machine. He broke my heart when he left the Mighty Hawks, went to Fremantle, dominated, and now he's headed to St Kilda. And you know what? Every time I talk to a St Kilda supporter, I said, don't worry, you got Bradley Hill. You watch him. You're going to love him. Hey, Bradley, thanks for joining us, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me. And I try to be a running machine a bit like you back in your day, mate.
Hey, you are a running machine. Hey, I love watching you, but you're my favourite player because
Thank you.
it's not just the hard running you do, it's the unrewarded running you do. So no matter how hard you push forward, the opposition have got to look out for you. So the slower players can lock in to a certain spot and you're helping them out all the time.
Sorry, someone tried to call in. Someone keeps trying to call me. It keeps cutting out. Sorry. It was Michael Wallace trying to call me.
Michael Long, one of the greats. One of the all-time greats. No, but that's it. No, we do love the way that you go about your football, and I'm sure all St Kilda supporters are going to be massive fans of Bradley Hill. How are you, mate? How's life in Melbourne? Coming back from Western Australia, now in Melbourne. I know it's very different times, but how is it?
Yeah. No, it's been good. I fit in pretty quickly and easily, and the boys down at St Kilda have been awesome. And as you'll know, a lot of the coaching staff and whatnot are from Hawthorn, so it made it so much easier having, Rats, Rafi. So, yeah, I fit in pretty well with the group, and, I'm loving my time so far. And even where I'm living now, I'm in Bentley, and I lived in Bentley when I was at Hawthorn as well, so... it's like I never left really. So it's been awesome to come back. Yeah.
Now, what about Ruffy? He goes from being your teammate and someone that you really have a great connection with. Now he's got to order you around and tell you what to do. Surely you don't take any notice of the big fella.
Has that changed? Even when I was playing with him, he used to order me around and treat me like he was my dad. So like a big brother, like he would say. But yeah, he's still ordering me around and being a bit bossy. So. He hasn't changed at all. So, but no, all the boys are loving Ruff down there, and he's helping out the group a lot. So it's awesome having him.
And what about your old coach, Alistair Clarkson?
Yep.
So you're not living too far from him. Have you crossed paths at any stage? Surely he would have been grabbing you by the coat and saying, "Come on, you've got to come back to the Hawks."
No, I didn't really. I haven't crossed past him. No. I thought he would have given me a message by now, but no message so far. But yeah, haven't crossed paths, and I didn't really speak to anyone else, to be honest, besides St Kilda. But I'm sure Hawthorn probably did want me, but but you can't get everyone. No, but yeah, St Kilda, the team I spoke to early in the season last year, and pretty much made up my mind early on, and didn't speak to anyone else.
No, I think it's great that you've gone to St Kilda, as much as we would love you at Hawks, but I think it's great. Go and help the Saints get back up the ladder. I think that'll be a pretty special time for all the St Kilda supporters. Now, you're going to think, I'm following you around, but I was driving past an athletics field yesterday, and I had my two oldest boys in the car, and I said, I reckon that's an AFL footballer over there running, because he was running quite quick. And and it was you. You were doing some stride work. You had someone else with you, but I'm like, he's moving pretty well. So was that you at an athletics field? And who were you running with?
Yeah, no, that was me running. It was probably when I was doing so I had some 100-metre strides yesterday and just some 400s and then footy, bit of kicking and stuff and ground balls. So, I was running with my little cousin Bobby, who plays at GWS. So Bobby Hill's staying with me at the moment while we're going through this. So, so me and him just been doing all our running and training program together. So it makes it a little bit easier having someone with you. So, that was definitely me running. And I'm probably pretty easy to spot out in my running style. Pretty smooth.
I'm not sure Bobby's going to be happy going and doing running sessions with you, though.
The shorter stuff he doesn't mind. The longer stuff where I probably get him. We had a couple of little races actually in the 400 mucking around the other day. So the last 100 we went for it. But yeah, we know who won that.
I'm sure. Anyway, hey, now you've got who's the best hill? That's what I want to know, because when you look at him, we've got Brad, Stephen, Bobby Hill. Who else is there?
Josh Hill played.
Josh Hill, yeah. So
he's at the back, yeah.
Who's the best hill?
I'm not too sure. so far it'll probably have to be out of Stephen or myself, but depends who you want to pick.
So if you had to rank, okay, 1 to 4 from the Hills, throw them at me. So number 1, Bradley Hill.
We'll go Bradley,
Yep.
Stephen, and then we'll go Bobby, and we'll put Josh last. He'll hate that.
Anyway, he might work his way up, which is all good. And then what about the Saints? I know you were at Fremantle there for a while, and you were at the Hawks, and you had success there. What did you win? 3 premierships in a row, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a bit greedy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit greedy, isn't it? Got there at the right time, I guess. But yeah, obviously I was at Hawthorn for 5 years, from 2011 to end of 16. So I spent, 2012 was my first year of playing, so didn't play too many games there in my first year. And then I broke into the team in 13 and pretty much didn't miss a game from then on. And I was lucky enough to win 3 premierships, and obviously some of the best times in my footy career so far, and probably be pretty hard to beat that.
Yeah, and then what about the Saints now? So how does that all compare? Because you obviously, been at clubs that have had some success, and then others that have had to sort of work really hard. Now you're at the Saints, which is in a rebuilding phase. So how do you compare that all? Is it still very exciting for you to rock up to training and participate with all these new players that you haven't sort of played with before? Yeah.
I guess that's why maybe I leave all the time. I want a new start and get something fresh and get that excitement back. So far it's been awesome there, and I love playing footy. So I love training. I love playing games. So I'm always excited just to get out there on the footy track. And so far Saints have been awesome. And obviously we haven't been able to play many games because of what's going on around the world at the moment. But once we get back out there, it's going to be pretty awesome. I feel like we've got some exciting times ahead, and the team looks like we're going down the right track.
Yeah, absolutely. So what about away from footy? Like, you're now in the leadership group, which is great, because I can still remember you as a young snotty-nosed kid who's just a running machine trying to work his way up.
All the time.
now you're part of the leadership group, which is pretty special. So, but what about away from football? Is there anything there that you're really passionate about, or is there something that gives you really good balance with everything that you do?
Yeah, well, I do love to spend a lot of time at the beach surfing or bodyboarding, and also taking photos. So I've got a pretty good camera gear.
Whilst doing that?
Yeah, well, sometimes I'll stick GoPros and stuff on my board and whatnot. Sometimes I'll paddle out there with like a water housing with a camera in it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll shoot from the beach, or if it's pretty good, I'll probably be getting out there and trying to get some waves myself. So that's probably my biggest passion, and it's not too far behind footy.
Have you been to the new wave beach out near the airport?
Yeah, I'm a member there. So,
there you go.
Cool.
Cool.
I've been there probably maybe 8 or 9 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, right. So you're right into it.
Love it. Yeah.
And so, what's the best photo you've ever taken?
I got a pretty good one I put on my Instagram not long ago at Bells Beach, and it's pretty cool. So you can maybe go have a look at that later. And
okay. Yep.
That's a pretty cool photo I reckon I've taken.
And that's of someone riding a wave, or is it of a wave, or a dolphin, or a whale jumping?
It's just a pretty big wave, and then you got the people sitting on the lookout. So there's a big crew sitting on the lookout watching, and then you can see the wave pretty clear, and they're sort of blurred out a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have to have a look at it.
Okay, we'll check it out. So maybe when you finish footy, we can see you on the boundary taking some photos of the footballers running around.
Photos of the players coming through. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Well, the lenses aren't quick enough to keep up with you now. That's why they haven't had a good shot of you. Hey, Brad, it's been a lot of fun, mate. I really appreciate it.
Cheers, Crawf.
Thanks for being such a good sport. Thanks for introducing me to your dogs. And, hey, I really do hope that, mate, you dominate at St Kilda, because you're an awesome player to watch. St Kilda fans are going to absolutely love you. I'm sure of that, because Fremantle fans did and Hawthorn fans did. And everyone says that, Buddy Franklin going was Hawthorn's biggest loss. Nah, Bradley Hill was, because he's a running machine and he's a link man. So, hey, thank you. Look after yourself. And,
Cheers,
I'll drop the kids over this afternoon. Good on you.
No worries, mate. Whenever you want. I'll send the address.
Good on you, mate.
All right. Cheers. Thanks for having me.